Welcome back. I'm Helen.
I'm James.
And we are global nomads. And in 2024, we sold everything we owned to retire early and travel the world full time. So, welcome to this part one of our packing, how we pack video. I'll be honest, we made a video and it was too long. So, we've had to break it down into separate areas. I hope you find it interesting. I love watching packing videos. I literally can watch them all day. So I hope you find this interesting. Part one is going to be an introduction to what bags we use and a general overview of everything we carry. And then we're going to break down over the next few days separate videos for clothing, toiletries, tech, and miscellaneous. So by the end of the week, you can see everything that we own and everything that we pack. Hope you find it interesting. Stay tuned. So, welcome to Pack With Us, or actually Unpack With Us. We have just arrived at the Marriott here in Chiang Mai, so we thought we would take this opportunity while everything is packed up to show you what's in our bags and unpack and show you what's in there. So we each have a Monos Carry-On Plus wheelie case and a backpack. Now the Monos case is the plus one, and the dimensions are listed as 22 by 14 by 9, which yes is actually slightly too big for a lot of airlines. So far we have not had an issue, and domestically in the US we flew with pretty much every carrier. So including the budget ones. So we've flown Frontier, we've flown Spirit, as well as Delta, United, American and Alaskan, and we haven't had an issue. To be fair, we do normally fly business and you do get away with a little bit more, I'm not going to lie. They often won't challenge you. I think if you measure this, the actual dimensions are about 21.5, so it easily fits in the overhead locker. We've been in domestically we flew on a CRJ as well, which is a really small jet. Just the 2 seats and the 1 seat, and again it just fit in the locker, but it had to go long ways, not front to back, if you know what I mean. But it did fit. We have flown internationally with them as well. Again, haven't had an issue. The backpacks are just a generic Amazon kind of made in China brand. We've had them about a year now and they're holding up pretty good. But we will open these up and show you what we've got in here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the bag first. Like I said, the brand is Fenry. We will put links to everything if you're interested in anything in the comments. We've had this about a year now. It's held up pretty well. I'll give you a quick tour of the bag. So we've got lots of pockets here. So we do have a water bottle pocket on the outside. On the back there is a luggage pass-through, so it will go over the top of the rolly bag. Here we have like a hidden pocket to put your valuables in. If you did have this on your back, then obviously this would be to your back. We typically never carry them as backpacks, just we have them on top of the rolly bags and that's it, honestly. Straps, they're pretty padded, pretty strong, works well. It does have the compression straps on the side as well. These are pretty packed out right now. We don't actually usually have them this full, but these are pretty packed out right now. The other thing that this does have is it's expandable. So we have expanded it when we were in the US and we just needed to put jackets in. But there's another zip right here and you can expand it another couple of inches. It actually makes a big difference. It does make it a little bit tricky on top of the rolly bags though, because it makes it a bit prone to tipping. But if you just put in jackets in, it works pretty well. But it goes really pretty big then. In the back, there is a laptop sleeve. So it's a pretty big area for the laptop. So there's a sleeve for the laptop and a tablet sleeve as well. We have got our laptops in protectors as well. We actually just got these a couple of weeks ago just to give it a little bit more protection. We've had a couple of times where we've been at hotels and the bag's been dropped on it, or one time it actually fell off the cart. So we did get these just for a little bit more peace of mind. This is James's backpack. So he's got his laptop in here, which is 13-inch laptop. And we've got a few bits of paperwork in here, but it's a pretty roomy pocket in the back to put things in. One thing that we do use a lot is these little clips too. So this is like an extra clip you can get. Again, we'll link them. And once your bag is zipped up, you can clip, it doesn't lock, but you can clip the two zips together. And that works really well. It's just a little bit more protection. And if somebody did want to break in there, then it's just going to make it just a little bit harder for them because they're going to have to fiddle around. So it's just a little bit more protection. On the other side, there's a grab handle, as well as a grab handle on the top. Again, these are padded as well. And then on the front, we've got a zip pocket here, which is about the size of an envelope, so about this big. And then there's another zip pocket down here, which is empty at the minute. And then behind here, must be this side, there is another bigger zip pocket. We normally keep our day pack in here that we carry with us as well. I'm going to show you that after. But that's normally where that lives. And then let me lay this down and you can see what's in here. So just unzipped it. And in this side, there is some more pockets. This is like a dry one. You could put anything in here that's wet. We've got an air tag in here. We have air tags in all of our bags. And then there's some more pockets at the bottom here, like a pen pocket and another bigger pocket here. Tons of pockets, tons of organisation on here. So this is what it looks like packed out. What I'm going to do is, I just wanted to show you it open, but then we're going to show you everything in categories. So we're going to show you our clothing, our toiletries and our tech items, and then like the miscellaneous things. But this is pretty much what James has in his, which is my camera. We've got some medication, a couple of souvenirs, and our packable blanket and inflatable pillows. But we'll go into that in more detail in just a sec. So exact same backpack, exact same pockets. In my top pocket here though, I don't have anything again. In this pocket I have got a scarf for when I go to temples, and I have a little pencil case with a spare pens and like an Apple Pencil rip-off, cheap one. And then in this front pocket here I have got my slippers usually, which are not in there right now, but that's where they usually live. And then inside mine's got more in, of course. In my top pocket here I've got a pouch for my pins and my airplane survival kit, which I'll show you a little bit more about later. I have a ton of medications because if you haven't seen our previous video, I have a chronic illness and I have to take a lot of medications. So I got a lot of medications in here, my toiletries, a couple books, and in the back I've got, again, the laptop and my iPad, as well as a notepad, because if you're old school like me, you need a notepad. So we have had these cases a couple of years and they are now showing some war wounds. But all of this stuff is superficial. A magic eraser will take care of most of it. In the main, for the amount of abuse that we've given them, they've held up really well so far. So they are zipper cases, and believe me, just when you think you can't get any more in these, you can. You will look at them and go, they're not going to close, because believe me, I ran mine full, but they will. And so far, so good, the zips have held up. And you can see they do have a TSA lock on too. For what good they are, you know, you've only got to watch a few YouTube videos to see that zip cases and these locks and everything are maybe a little bit worthless, but they do have a TSA lock on as well. So just to give you a quick overview of what's in here, this is James's case. So basically all of his clothes are on this side, and also our tripod, which we normally use. And then in this top zipper mesh area, we've got Ziploc bags and laundry sheets. And then in this side, we have got our shower squishies, loofah things, electrics, his toiletries, underwear, my pain patches, and a few household things. We'll show you this later. Small first aid kit, and our sort of non-liquid toiletries are also in this bag as well, but we're going to go through it in more detail. So this is my case, and yes, I need an intervention. As an overpacker, I'm really trying, believe me, but I've still got work to do. But I'm going to show you what's in here. So mine is pretty rammed full. Basically, I have got, and this is maybe my one big luxury item. In this case, I have a hairdryer, a hot brush, and hair accessories. I'm going to show you that later. I've got dresses in here, shoes, makeup bag, and under here I have got, again, like I said, loads of ailments. I have a blood pressure monitor and a diabetic testing kit. I keep my bras in this zip-up area. And then in this side, and this is a light jacket, I've got bottoms, tops, and underwear, and a night shirt. I have far too much stuff, I will be honest. I know I've got too much stuff. I really need to try and pare it down every time I say I'm gonna, and I don't, because like I said, I need an intervention. But that's mine pretty rammed full. So now we'll show you in detail what we each have. I'll bring James in and we'll go through the 3 categories. To give you an idea, this is how mine looks before we try and close it. And you're going to go, no, it won't close, but it will. I try not to normally have it rammed this full, but this will indeed close. So like I said, it is pretty dinged up. I think mine is probably worse than James's. However, even when it's really heavy like this, and I know you're all going to be saying that weighs more than 7 kilos, and you're right, it does. I think the minimum I've had mine down to is about 12 kilos, but just like the size, like I said, we've got away with it so far. Whether we continue to remains to be seen, but we're always prepared that potentially we will have to check them if they make us. But just to give you an idea, this is what mine looks like at the moment anyway, before we closed it. And this looks like it won't close, but it will. I seriously, every time we've done this and you think it's never going to close, it's never going to close, and it does. And the zips hold. I have to say kudos to Monos. I do think it's a really good product. The wheels are really good. We did have to replace the wheels on James's. Not long after we had it, it never quite steered straight. But they did send us another set, and we were in the UK at the time, and they mailed them to the UK for us. If you're not familiar, Monos is a Canadian company. And they sent us the wheels. It was a really simple change, just a couple of screws. We changed them out, and it's been perfect ever since. There's a handle on the top. There's a handle on the front. Like I said, I can't say enough good things about it, really. We've been on trains, planes, cars, literally, but ships, everywhere with these things. And bounced them around stairs and dragged them and like really used and abused them. And they're still holding up to date. So kudos to Monos. And no, we're not sponsored. Although Monos, if you'd like to replace them, I would love a new one.
So now we're going to prove that this case will close.
Now, the only thing I will say is if you do ram it really full, you can't pull the handle up, which I've seen a few people complain about with Mono's luggage, but that would be the only downside to it. So that was the bags that we carry, and a brief look, as brief as we get, at everything that's in there.
We do nothing in brief.
So come back tomorrow and we're going to show you a whole video on all the clothing that we both carry.
Please like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And remember, you're here for a good time, not for a long time. Pack accordingly, and we'll see you in the next one.